થોડું અજુકતું છે પણ પહેલાં I will pay my respect to Dr. R.K. Shah because my childhood time I have appeared before him in the commission. Therefore, I can't address the dais first. Dr. R.K. Shah, really, I must say, at this age, he is dedicated for the consumer. I have seen him in the initial days. Even today, he is the same Jill. He was earlier than what I have arrived. Therefore, Dr. R.K. Shah, my younger brother Ashutosh Sastry, President Mr. Narayan Shah, Pathak, all other soldiers for the consumers. I am trying to cover the issue. I will talk about your right, responsibility, and ultimately protect the interest of everyone. Golden Jubilee year you are celebrating. The purpose of the Golden Jubilee year is to remember the persons who have contributed to build up the institution. Any institution is built up not overnight. Every institution has its own struggle. First, you have to gather the people. Then once the different persons gather, you have to then have a discipline. Discipline comes, rules comes, and then when comes the money, then again inter-sea fight start, then election and everything. In my opinion, 50 years, and continuously, at least I have appeared one of the classes where Dr. Shah has invited me in our Maninagar Hegade Bhavan. Even in 1986-87, the persons who have come from all India, every issue which was taken by them was touching to the issue of the society. Therefore, you must take up, whether you have done or not, I don't know, what were the 50 years contribution of your institution for the society and for the development of the act. That required to be, if you have not done, that is required to be done. And every person, see, this is a time where you must recognize even smallest act of any person who has contributed for the development of your institution. Now I will cover the issue of right of consumer and their duties. First is right to have your safety, protection against the hazardous or harmful products. Recently I have gone to South Korea. None of the single item was vegetarian. When you look at the closely, therefore first you must protect yourself against, otherwise we say I am Hindu, I don't take non-veg, but either it is a fish oil or some oil was there. When one of the judges visited Orissa, I was not knowing that even in this our spices, there is a Jain special flavor for the Jain. Therefore first my right is to have a safety and you must protect yourself against the hazardous harmful product. Even this is, in my opinion, it is harmful because our ethics are going. Right to information. Access to the accurate and complete information about the product and service. Then you have right to choose. Freedom to choose from a variety of product and services. Right to be heard. Ability to file complaint and seek redressal. Right to redressal, compensation for unfair trade practice or defective products. My personal opinion, international market is controlling our genuine person who is really doing Ayurvedic business. Even then, the man is arrested. Right to consumer education. At that time, I think consumer people should support K. He is a genuine businessman. Right to consumer education, Access to the education and awareness about the consumer rights. Right to be represented. Representation in consumer courts and forum. Now comes the duties. Because everybody is aware about our rights. Now you have a duty. Stay informed about the products, service and law. Carefully read product label and instruction. Clarity about before asking a purchase. File a complaint. File a complaint for unfair practice in and defects. Use product responsibility and follow instructions. Respect environment. Avoid wastage and promote sustainable consumption. Support ethical business. Choose business that follows ethical practice. I think this will be difficult. Don't go for the cheap things, but go for the man who is doing ethical business. All these rights are protected under the Act. I think subject to staff and everything, they have also difficulty because we are only talking about the areas and slow disposal, but we have our own difficulty. We have a shortage of staff. If we have a staff, we will not have an instrument, computer and everything. Don't take that only judges are responsible. I am protecting my brother, since you may not file anything against him. But it is very difficult to work as a judge anywhere. I know when I was a judge in Gujarat High Court, when I was given head stenographer, other brother judges were making grievance. There also they make a grievance. But then the Chief Justice has said, whatever Justice Zawar is doing, you do proportionately, I will give you more stenographer. Then I will cover now what is the role of the NGOs, non-governmental organization. Because recently the government has to put restriction because we are collecting funds wherever it is available. But now we should also aware about our non-government organization. First is advocacy and awareness. Educate consumer about the rights and responsibility. Raise awareness on consumer issues, product safety and fair pricing. Campaign for policies, change and legislation. Then you have to also go for research and investigation. Conduct study on the consumer concerns, product testing and market research. Investigating complaints and grievances. Analyze the data to identify trends and patterns. Sometimes the car, if you look at the car business, they are misguiding you. Therefore, you have to go into, if you really want to research two-wheelers, which two-wheeler is the best compared to his average, his capacity, what will be his life, everything. Someday you have to do a research if you really want to run a institution. Support and assist. Provide counseling and guidance to the consumer. Assist in the filing complaints and seeking redressal. Offer mediation and conciliation services. Then networking and collaboration. You must have a partner with government agencies, consumer group and industry association. Facilitate dialogue between stakeholders, building conciliation and employ the consumer voices. Then you should have a capacity building. Train consumer advocates and volunteers. Develop education and materials resources. Enhance organization capacity. On those days, I think there are many institutions, I don't want to name it, but they were doing good work. Then what are the key characteristics of the NGOs? Independence from the government and industrial influence. You take donation but don't influence by the government or the industry. Transparency and accountability. Expertise in the consumer issues. Strong networking and collaboration. Community and engagement and participation. And lastly, now I will come to the role of our courts. Since you are a Gujarat and All India, first make an effort. Merely establishing of a court is not enough. Delay in appointment of the judges, whether it is supporting or anything, government secretaries still dominate the role. Here is the point where you must impress upon your minister and everything that if the appointment is not made within a period of 30 days from the vacancy, the man who has retired should allow to continue till the alternative arrangement is made. Then secretary will function, otherwise secretaries will never allow, because they want their ego to be satisfied, somebody has to go, and many people, if those who genuinely want to work, will never go to secretary. Therefore, find out some media that till the appointment is made, there should be restriction that the old man should be allowed to continue, or they must depute somebody, appoint somebody who should continue the function of the consumer commission, or the forum should not be anyway hampered. Second thing, the instrument and the staff which is required, they are not giving. Therefore, make out a rule that the chairman of the commission, or president of the commission, or the president of the forum can take service from the retired staff of the court on a contract basis. If you really want to have expedite the issues, these are the basic issue. And the third, reserve fund for commission. In the budget, there should be separate budget for the consumer commission and the district forum, and all facility which they are entitled under the act and the rules, they must make a separate. Then I think your institution will really contribute for the activity. I am really thankful to the organizers. At least I have seen Dr. Shah, whom I consider to be ideal for the consumer movement. Even in the 80s, he has dedicated, even today, his devotion. I salute to him. What I am crazy for my scouting is crazy for consumer movement. So my respect to Dr. Shah again, and I hope he will continue to guide us for in future. And I request everyone, whosoever is in the management, whenever you have time to go to Dr. Shah, I think ethically will advise you and will guide you in the right direction. Thank you to everyone for giving me this time and opportunity. And these are my personal views. These are not the views of any judge. This view of Kalpesh Javeri. Thank you.